Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the packaging of guava juice. Guava is one of the most important fruit crop. It has higher amount of potassium. So if you consume this fruit every day, which will support your nerve system, reduce the cholesterol, as well as support the heart proper functioning. So here the packaging methodology for the guava juice. When we see initially the packaging is a physical material that will enwrap or enclose your product that will support in extending the shelf life of the commodity. And also this packaging, it has major functions. One is containment of the product, which means which will hold your product. Second, the protection of your food items from different environmental parameters. And another thing which has the communication capability. Normally, the packaging they will say it is a silent sales representative. It will tell about the nutrition factors to the consumers, so the peoples will select the commodity very easily. And also nowadays the products, particularly the juices, are available in convenient form, like ready to eat or ready to drink, ready to serve. So in different volumes it is available. Either it may be a 300 ml or 1 liter or 1.5 liter. So all these things are satisfying the consumers in a convenient form. So these are all the major functions of the packaging. When we see the packaging requirements, the packaging material should be leak proof and it should prevent contamination. It has to protect the nutrition factor of the fruit juices during the storage period. It should not pick up any external flavors or odors. Otherwise, it should not allow any flavors to migrate either from the food item to the environment, otherwise from environment to the food items. It should be more hygienic and safe. Also, the packaging material cost should be lesser, which has to support the industry peoples, the form of easy filling as well as safe disposal. Also, the packaging material, it has to support the processing line. Either it may be a machinability, otherwise in the filling line or the closer line. It has to be support the automation line in the particularly the processing. Also, the shelf life of the commodity, it has to be properly extended by maintaining the sensory characteristics of the food items as well as that nutrition compositions. Also, the packaging material, it should be in the required size, allow the printing options, and it has to be displayed in the shelf. For example, that stand-up pouches are available. Also, it has to follow the regulations of the particular country. So all these things are major requirements of the packaging material. So here you can see this figure. Here the types of packaging they have, one is the primary packaging, secondary packaging and tertiary packaging. So when we see the primary packaging, the food items has direct contact with the packaging material, and the secondary packaging, so that is for handling purpose. The secondary packaging material contains many number of primary packed food items, and the third one is tertiary packaging, where this type of packaging is used in the transportations. So these are all the major types of the packaging. And the major packaging material used for juices, one is glass bottles, because the glass bottles are chemically inert material, and it can withstand higher temperature also during the storage period, which will not allow any flavor migrations or any biochemical changes, and also it is 100% recyclable. Second one is PET bottles. They will call it polyethylene terephthalate. It is also lightweight material, flexible, and it can be recyclable also. Also nowadays the fruit juices are coming in the form of carbonated beverages. In such a case, to maintain the gas level during the storage period, the PET bottle is the one of the best option. And another thing, metal cans. The metal cans which includes aluminum and steel. And this type of metal cans, it is highly used to for these carbonated drinks. And these materials also less in weight as well as it is 100% recyclable. And another packaging material mainly used in the fruit juice industry is cottons. Even they will say Tetra packs. These are all the things in the form of ready to drink as well as ready to serve forms like a family pack. It is also available. And the major thing is this type of things which will protect the freshness of the fruit juice during the storage, as well as it can be stored in the ambient environment also, as well the refrigerated conditions. The major filling machines used in the fruit juice industry, one is that vacuum filling machines. So in this vacuum filling machines, based on the volume requirement, either it may be 200 ml or 300 ml, so we can create the vacuum level, and based on that vacuum creations, the volume of juice will be filled. So it will be done in the batch method. And the second image, if you see continuous vacuum filling machines, so if it is a small scale industry or even that bigger fruit juice industries, they will use this methodology for uniform filling of juices in PET bottles or glass bottles in the continuous filling line. And another method nowadays it is available particularly for the ready to drink beverages, that spout pack filling machines. So the pouches, it will be moved in a conveyor in a continuous manner. So where the required level of juices will be filled in the pouches and the closures will be done. And if you see the different closure machines, either we are using corking, particularly in the glass bottles, we are using metal cork for closure as a closure. So these machines, it's a hand operated corking machines. It is a batch method. And another one, if you see the closure machines, for examples, if the closures have inner threading options. So in such a case, this closures machine, particularly for the plastic PET bottles, it is used. And another thing, the labeling machines, it is also used in the fruit juice line. Once your juice is filled, the labels which will be placed over the bottles or over the containers. So the continuous labeling machines also available. Either it may be separately you can place the labels over the PET bottles. Otherwise, the label it has the glue like a sticker method. So in the continuous operations, so individual labels will be placed on it. Otherwise, nowadays that sleeve method of labeling is following in the followed by the industry. So where the labels are placed over the uh, juice bottles, and when it pass through the hot air oven, so automatically it will be sealed over the packaging material. Another packaging methodology used abundantly in the fruit juice industry, it is a tetra packaging method. So in this tetra packaging, it has different layers. For example, the tetra packaging metal, if you see the first layer, uh, it is used to for seeds with the liquid, so it is like your primary packaging material. It has the direct contact with your food items. It has the addition layer like a gum material. It has the aluminum foil where that oxygen or is light will not be passed through in it. Also, it has the paper, so that will give the strength and the shape of the juice packet. And also, it has the top layer. It is a plastic material where it will not be. It has direct contact with the environment. So where the moisture absorption and other things will be minimized. So mainly, if you see that polyethylene will be placed in the outside paper board, which will support that strength. And again, the polyethylene inner line, which will be used as a primary packaging material, will have direct contact with the fruit juices, aluminum foil. So all these things are the structure of the tetra packaging material, which is used in the packaging of guava juice in the tetra packing line. Another thing which is followed in the fruit juice industry, it is a aseptic packaging. So when we say the aseptic packaging, the sterilized fruit juice, it is free from microorganism, as well as the sterilized packaging material. It is also free from microorganism. So both the things will be used in the aseptic packaging. So the fruit juice is free from microbes and packaging materials are free from microbes, and the packing or filling area, it is also free from microorganism. So all these three things will be carried out in the absence of that microorganism environment. So this type of packaging which will be called aseptic packaging. So normally like a tetra packaging material. So here it will be taking place in a continuous operations, and also that environment is totally free from microorganism. So this type of packaging also adopted in the fruit juice industries to maintain the quality of the product. Here also they will use the paper board, aluminum foil as well as that polyethylene. Either it may be in the tetra packed material, otherwise it may be directly filled in the polyethylene pouches or PET bottles. So the main thing is the microorganism will not be present in any of these physical entities as well as the environment. Another method of packaging which is used in the industry for the larger commodity, it is called bag in box systems. So this bag in box system contains three components. One is that inner layer, so where our food items or fruit juices will have direct contact with the packaging material. It has the outer layer, so it is also like aluminum or is the multi-layer materials, that aluminum foil along with the plastics. And another one is spout, that opening. So all these things are joined together. So the packaging materials has more strength. It will not burst very easily, and it has very good sealing property. So the juice material or pulp material, either it may be a 10 liter or 20 liter, it is packed in this type of flexible packaging material. And these things will be placed in the cotton boxes for handling and transportation purpose. So this type of things which will not allow the light to enter, which will not allow any oxygen to enter. So these type of pouches are used in a bigger quantity for the industry purpose for in the processing line, which is called a bag in box system. Also, whenever we go for the packaging of fruit juices, we have to follow the FSSAI norms, and the FSSAI standards. it is given for different commodity. For examples, when you pack jam, when you pack fruit juices, when you pack any value added products, so they given proper guidelines starting from selecting of that packaging material as well as what are the things to be placed in the labels. So all these things are clearly given in the documents. So in this case, the packaging requirement for the beverages, so either it may be a juice or squash or cordials. So it should be filled in a clean bottles. Either it may be a PET bottle or as we see in the glass bottles, or it may be the Tetra Pak, whatever it may be. It should be filled in a clean containers. And also, if it is stored in the ambient conditions or it has to be stored in the refrigerated conditions, the packaging material it has to withstand the temperature differences. And also, if you do any processing of the fruit juices before filling, and it has to be stored in the wooden barrels. So particularly when it is sulfited, and also when we go for the carbonation of the fruit juices, so sometimes the peoples will add that some of the emulsion agents. So in such a case, what are the things you are adding as a emulsifier or additives? So those things it has to be mentioned in the label for the consumer references. So here the labeling must carry the following contents. So one is that name of the food, list of ingredients in descending order, so that nutritive value of that commodity, and the nutrition informations. For example, if it is contains vitamin C, what is the level of vitamin C available? If it is contains potassium, what is the level of potassium available? Like that, the nutrition information it has to be given. Complete address of the manufacturers, net content either in terms of weight or volume, the lot number or batch number. So nowadays they are using even that RFID tag or barcoding systems. So the people will get more information about the product, about the manufacturer, date of manufacturing or packaging, best before date. If it is a vegetarian or non-vegetarian, particularly vegetarian, if you use these logos, that FSSAI given the standard for what is the size of the logo you have to put it according to your packaging material size. So that has to be followed. For example, sometimes if the fruit juice are imported from some foreign country, so that importer address it has to be maintained or it has to be placed in the packaging material, particularly the country of origin, the industry details. So all these things it has to be clearly mentioned for the easy references as well as understand uh, the product values in the supply chain market. So thank you very much for attending this session.